Good morning, Aegis Beauties. How you doing? Everybody off to work and me, I'm running behind. I wanted to go live this morning and do my makeup and talk to you a little bit. I know we have another launch today. It's not, it's VFX lipsticks, the ones I demonstrated a while back. They have made them more lasting during the day. But anyway, anybody available to pop on, say hey? It's not going to let me tag because I'm in a group. It doesn't matter. I can fix that later. So I've already got my foundation on, and I've got gray Express pencil on. And I have my eyebrow mascara on, okay? This is called quick makeup day for me. That's never a good thing. But if you pop on, you see the live in the top corner. That means I am currently live. If you pop on, that's missing. Of course, I am off to work. Say hello, say hi, yeah, ask me questions. If I can't get to it right now, I can sure look at it a little bit later on a break or whatever. I have some colors today, and I might be able to take a look at my book, or my phone, excuse me, not my book. But anyway, they're launching. So, but anyway, I'm frustrated this morning because, you know, my husband's a veteran, and God bless him, he's a veteran. And I don't know, a lot of people seem to forget that he's a veteran, but that's even more frustrating, that he served and he deployed and had to leave his family in a foreign country while he deployed for the Gulf War. And anyway, so I'll get off that soapbox, but that's a long soapbox for me to get involved in. Currently, I'm just kind of putting on a base, just a nice soft, this would be, well, base. It's called base. So anyway, the casinos are now doing, the one he works at, and probably the whole thing are doing what you call hero articles on people that work for them that are veterans. And proud to say my husband is a proud vet. My husband came home. Even better, he came home to his family. But anyway, they're doing articles, and he's so psyched because he's turned in his story. They asked him questions, and he was able to turn that in, and so he wants a new picture. Well, the problem is that he doesn't want the same picture as he's had over the last few years with Veterans Day. Because, you know, I always post one. Grab the wrong one. I always post one. And on Veterans Day, and I think his mama posts it, and his sisters post, and he wants a different photograph. Well, the problem is that as a enlisted person, you don't really wear your blues. That's your dress uniform, if you're unfamiliar. You only really wear that when you are attending an event, say a dress event or promotion ceremony, or, people's going up in rank. He's had to attend a few of those in his life. But, you know, it's super important for him to always have a blues uniform. Well, every time he changed rank, we took a picture. No sweat. We got his portrait taken every time he changed rank. But the problem is, he's 58, and we're running out of photos that he doesn't already have turned into work. So today I sent his basic training photo, and his grandson walked in here, and he's like, oh my God, Grandpa looked like that at one time? It's like, yeah, he kind of looked like you, and he looked like his Uncle Jerry, and, or your Uncle Jerry, I should say, his own son. But yep, that's your grandpa, all dressed up. But anyway, enlisted folk do not, unless you are a chief or up there at I think the last time we took his portrait was he was a master sergeant. He had made master. But every other photo, now mind you, this sounds bad, but I'm in it. Okay. And he just needs one of him. And the problem is he's older, and he has all the portraits that we own are aging. So they're not holding their color. Even when they're in a photo album, they start yellowing and discoloring, and they've traveled, they've sat in storage, water spots, you name it. It's happened to them. And I've been having a hell of a time. So I edited a couple. So this morning I asked my daughter, I'm like, hey, do you by chance have a picture of your father in uniform? Because I know she always had one in her house. She always had a picture of her dad somewhere in his house, in her house, in uniform. Okay. Proud of her daddy's service. And to me, they, like a spouse, we serve too. You know, we serve too. Families serve. Anyway, so I looked all over this morning, and I'm just stressed because he's mad at himself for not looking. And I'm like, well, I edited one a little bit, changed the color to try and help with the aging of the portrait. And I'm not that good at that crap, but he needed it today. So anyway, he says, don't worry about it. In other words, he's just going to settle for one of the ones that I sent him, or one of the ones that he has already got. So, but anyway, it's really cool. He'll be on the wall, not on the wall. He's already on their wall. He will be featured as it's not called Hometown Hero, but it's basically Pin Gaming's heroes. You know, people that work for them that have served in this military, okay? And they're all, I don't know how many they're doing a month, but they actually ask you about your military history. To me, that's the bomb. So I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Star Look today, okay? It has a unique, yep, I washed my hair this morning, so I'm letting it dry and curls, so when I get to work, I can just spray it. So anyway, I'm so late. I'm like that rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. I was waiting for the house to get quiet, and it's now quiet. So, because, you know, I've got attention deficit issues, have had all my life, and it's hard for me to focus on one thing. A lot of people call you ditzy, you know, airhead. No, it's more like it's an audio disorder for me in a lot of ways, where I can't focus on multiple conversations at one time. I can try, but it doesn't work. But anyway, so he now sports his basic training picture. He's got his Master Sergeant photo, which he says they already have. And the rest I'm in. So I took one and I cropped me out of it. Because mind you, we're all dressed up. And I'll share some of those with you guys. It's really cool to go back and look at the way you and your husband looked way back when. And we've got album after album, thanks to my mother-in-law, always keeping albums of Jerry. And he, I know he appreciates that. And I've got large photos somewhere, but I think a lot of them are still stored because I keep current photos up. If we ever get the basement done, there will be a military wall for my husband. He served his country. He deployed for his country. He was the one with the hand up going, I'll go. He was one pissed off when 9/11 happened, like pissed off because September 10th, he received his retirement orders to retire at his 20-year mark. He was over the mobility area of his squadron, or of his unit squadron. I call it a squadron. It was a squadron. Never mind. Oh, my hair's getting in the way. And he basically was like, when we leaving? You know, when we're going? And he worked for basically one of the locations that became very important on that very first day. And so he went to 24-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts, nights, and had his children absolutely beside themselves. His daughter was a wreck. I don't think she's ever been the same since 9/11. Mainly because of her father and the selfishness of people. So, anyway, I had a point there. What was my point? Oh, but he's the guy that he come home, he was livid because he went to the meeting, the mobility meeting, because, you know, they're gearing up. And he's informed, sorry, Rubmeyer, you can't go. You have retirement orders. You can't go. It's really sad to be told you can't do your job. And that just, oh my God, he was a mess. Because the very next day, I don't know if you guys know the meaning of this stop loss. It's where they basically, whether you are getting ready to retire, you're changing duty stations, whatever, you're frozen. You are stopped from moving. And it means that usually you're in one of the brackets that will deploy. And they need you, okay? Not you personally, your group, your people, okay? Because it's very arrogant to say you, but they do need him. They need all of them. So he came home and told me that they won't let him go because they won't let him deploy because he has retirement orders. And he says, you know, they're gonna stop me from leaving. You know it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And, I mean, they have to do it soon. And by God, the very next day, 9/12, they lost him, and he practically ran to that squadron and said, listen, they're not going to let me retire. Look, you know, and they've already told me you're not going anywhere. I want to leave with my guys. He's that guy, okay? He's not the one whining and complaining. There were a lot of them. Whining and complaining because they were going to make them leave their family or deploy, and I didn't sign up for this, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. They have heard this. I did not sign up for this. Well, when you signed on that dotted line, you sure did sign up for this. So, and they would find ways to keep them home because a person in that situation or in that mindset is going to be useless. They're going to get really hurt over there if they're not careful. So he goes in there and he lets them know, I can deploy. I can go. Okay, this is a man excited about fighting for his country. Okay, he's excited about fighting for his country. And they say, sorry, Rumar, we're sorry to tell you this, but we've already got somebody taking your place and you can't go. And he was totally devastated, ticked off, pissed off, whatever you want to call it. He was mad. Put Rose Fame on. Favorite. So he got pretty depressed, and because he had retirement orders, he had already given up his job. Okay, he was training the new guy, so he didn't have a job. So he had nothing to do. So they were putting him on grunt work, where they had him work at the gates, everything, because everything locks down everywhere when something like that happens. So long story short, because I got to go, he's that guy. He is that guy, and he's proud of his career in the service, and he misses that career, and he misses that camaraderie and trust, and that when you come out and you're dealing with places that don't make you responsible for your actions in the service, you bounce a check. You're getting hand walked to financial counseling, people, when you're in the service. Okay. If your hair's too long, you're getting hand walked to the barber. Mind you, this was 30 years ago, but you're being hand walked to the barber to get a haircut. Okay. Your yard couldn't be over like 3/4 of an inch high if you lived in base housing. They inspected the yards every week if you lived in base housing. Okay. 3 marks, you're out. You have to go live out in an apartment or find a house. Okay. Everything had to be kept nice. But that was his life. And they were telling him, sorry, man, you can't go defend your country. You're going to have to do it from here. And he was hell to live with for a year. And I got it, but he was hell to live with for a year. So love your vets. Remember all your vets. 21 years served, and he would have served 30. He would have served 30. But anyway, enough of that. So I just thought I'd pop on here and tell you my story about trying to find a dang picture of him that didn't have it hadn't aged, and it's just impossible to find one that's not aged. I'm going to have to go back through the my photograph frames that have pictures in them from, I kind of keep them all together of all of them, and I'll find one, but it's too late for today. But anyway, the face is done. I'm off to work. We have ball games going on now. I'm so excited. Isabel had her first one last night, which is my granddaughter. And my youngest grandson has his first game tonight. And Isabel has one tonight too, but we have to split up because they're not in the same park. So anyway, everybody, God bless. Have an awesome Tuesday, okay? And if you need anything, let me know. They're launching the VFX new stay mats today of lip colors. They're supposed to be longer lasting. And I have 1 week left in the month. If there's anything you need, I'm happy to put in a bulk order for you. But anyway, everybody have a blessed day. Oh, I know, real quick, I'm going to do a power hour. I'm hoping, what's today? I should make it till Sunday. I want to try and get it in before the last day of the month. And I need a topic. If you've watched this all the way through, give me a topic. Give me a topic to do for my power hour. Product line, something, okay? God bless you. Talk to you later. Bye.